Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here.
Hey, Wes.
And what was that? Hey, nice.
A little bit tired. We've been recording stuff, and then I had work and all that crap.
Yeah. Welcome to the Arc 6 update video. It's about time it finally came out. We've got a few things to address for Arc 7 and just other Trash Talk extra things that will be coming to the channel very soon. So you can go ahead and start with a little bit of Arc 7 stuff.
Okay, so Arc 7 will be about retro games. Again.
We already said it's a return to retro, so.
Now we did kind of plan. We did want to kind of do it before we did E3 stuff, but because of school stuff with me and all that, and then just other things and other scheduling, yeah, we're not gonna do Arc 7 until after E3 stuff.
Yeah, one of our initial, because we've done this, from what I'm about to say, we've done it before, but we've ended up splitting an arc in half and doing 5 episodes before our E3 arc, and then the second half after the arc.
Which, to be honest, I didn't really care for, because I felt like it kind of broke the flow. It's like, oh, now we're doing like retro games. I'm like, wow, now they're doing
now
E3
it's E3
stuff.
And now it's back to retro.
Now it's back to stuff. It's like, so this way, I think it's kind of just more of a smoother transition.
It was a more experimental era back a few years back when we first did that. So we were going to do it again this year, but because we had our talk about how should we do this and what we're going to do. Yeah, and the other big difference, of course, which you already explained time and time again, is that we're actually going to E3 this year. So that's going to be a huge, like, June is just super busy for us. So it would have been probably a little bit more fun. I think we probably could have gotten away with splitting the arc in half if we weren't going. And we just had because we'll get to E3 in a little bit. But with us actually going and then having to do the arc, the sub-arc afterwards, splitting it, which would not have been a good idea at all.
Yeah.
So the way the E3 sub-arc will work this year is when we go and do our stuff and come back, we will definitely have the sub-arc probably late June. I'm thinking more towards early July, just so that way we can have some time, a few weeks, a couple weeks to rest from all that, get our bearings back straight, because I'm personally excited. Crash Insane Trilogy comes out like at the very end of June, so there's still June stuff for me to do on my own channel after that, after E3. So I'm thinking like early July might be the start of the E3 2017 sub-arc. We actually get to do our reviews on the games and all that stuff, our speculative stuff.
Oh, yeah.
After that, though, I think we're going to end up having Arc 7 around like maybe late July, early August. So that's our best bet for right now, I'm thinking. So yeah, just give us some time to actually do our stuff and get our bearings straight again and all that stuff.
Yeah, and then plus with school out of the way, I'll probably do like a lot more stuff.
Yeah, and then we're once again we're active on VidGames FTW, so there's a lot of that, and then I'm active on my own channel, so there's a lot going on right now. So it's really hard to juggle all of these channels and all this content, and with our own life stuff like school and work and all that as well. So crazy stuff. So Trash Talk extra stuff. We haven't done a Trash Talk extra in like, I don't remember the last one. It's been a long time. So Trash Talk extras don't come around very often because really we like to keep our stuff more structured and everything. So anything that we think of that we want to do a review for, we'll make it into the show for the most part. Again, if it fits the arc theme and all that stuff. But Trash Talk extras were meant to just be like, well, if it doesn't fit the arc, the current arc we're going to work on.
We just want to talk about it,
Whatever, yeah. So there's a couple we want to do, and we'll tease a few of them here. So I think Chase and I already made this public on VidGames, speaking of. We will come back to Breath of the Wild now that it's out, because all of the stuff we've done on Breath of the Wild on this channel thus far has been speculative stuff before the game came out. But it's been out for a while now. Both Chase and I own a Switch, so we both have the game. And we even had Wes play off camera around the first few days within me having the game, so you have a little bit of experience with it.
Not a whole lot, though. It's definitely a game that I want to learn a little bit more about,
Yeah.
It's probably like the fourth Zelda game I've ever played.
Yeah.
With first one being Wind Waker, and then my second one being Skyward Sword, and I really liked both of those experiences for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
Like, Wind Waker, just traveling across the sea is really, really cool. And then with Skyward Sword, I really like Girahim's character. I feel like he's a lot more interesting villain than what ends up being the final villain of that game.
Because of how freaking weird he is?
Well, not only that, is because, like, he's there at the beginning, and he's kind of like that insurmountable foe. I'm sorry, I'm kind of stumbling on my words a little bit. But, like, when you first fight him, like, you know, he's just kind of like, he's mocking you. He's calling you as like, oh, you're not going to make it, so I'll be easy on you. But as you get better at the game and all that, you get better at fighting him. And all that, to the point where he regrets keeping you alive, and he just should have killed you right then and there. But, of course, you can't kill off the hero, because you just can't do that. Yeah, so I definitely really want to play a lot more of Breath of the Wild, just to kind of see how great that game is. From the way the map looked,
there's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do. We'll definitely, going back on topic, we'll definitely get around to doing Breath of the Wild as, like, with our experience in mind, and give, like, an actual thorough review on it. And we're probably going to bring Wes back in as well, but again, we have to have you play more of it first. Because Chase has already almost beaten the majority of, as of course is with Chase, because he is the hugest Zelda fan out of all of us. He's already just about beaten it. He has to just beat Final Ganon, and that's it for him. I'm still doing a bunch of extra stuff, but that's that. So that's one Trash Talk Extra that we want to do. There's another one that Chase and I want to do, which we're not going to disclose here. You'll see it eventually just pop up at some point on the channel soon. That one might actually come before the Breath of the Wild one, because Chase and I already have experience in this game. So we'll definitely end up doing that probably very, very soon. I can't put a definite timestamp on it just yet, but once we get around to filming it, we'll definitely have that up probably before the end of this month for sure. And last but not least, again regarding me and Chase, I think we said this at the end of our Undertale review. We were going to have Chase play some more of Undertale and get more of, like, the genocide run and the neutral stuff, all that stuff settled, or true pacifist, get all that stuff out of the way, and then have him just see how the game and the story keeps unfolding, so we can get the full scope and scale of how it is, how it works, and the story and all that stuff, and then do another review on it as a Trash Talk Extra. So we're still going to do that. He just hasn't played more of it since the last time he had played it for our finale, for Arc 6. So it will come eventually. Don't know when yet, but you can expect a Trash Talk Extra on Undertale after he's experienced everything about it. Is there anything else that you want to talk about in terms of WesSide or anything like that, very briefly? Any content you want to bring to the channel or to Trash Talk at some point?
Content? I've been thinking, and this is kind of actually based on something that I've recently done. I'll give you some context to what I want to do. Well, I've told you about this. I pretty much told Chase about this too. And this is kind of relating back to a lot of things. I have started recently playing my Xbox One again, because I realized I haven't really played it in a while, and I got Ukulele on there, and so I wanted to play that. What I ended up doing is I forgot I had Dark Souls 2 on there, and so, like, after a while, I was just like,
I'm playing that.
I was just like, you know what? I want to play and my opinion on Dark Souls 2 was initially very harsh. I did not really enjoy the game. I enjoyed very few of it, but I will not blame the game for it entirely. It's because I was kind of stupid about it. I did not know about this one stupid stat, but that one stat that if you left it changed. Yeah, it did. It did. It made things a hell of a lot easier, and I don't know. I've just been playing Dark Souls 2: Skull of the First Sin on my Xbox One. I even had an invader. And it was like, oh my god, someone else is playing this. And what I've also been doing is I've been playing more of the PvP and all that. And it was like, oh my god, you've been playing the PvP of Dark Souls 3, what the fuck? And it was like, but I've been playing more Arena, and I've actually gotten pretty good at beating over players. I'm not a PvP master, but, you know. So, I don't know, like, an idea for something I want to do is, I want to visit old games that I didn't really give a chance, or that I really enjoyed. Go back to those games, give a complete playthrough, and then see if it holds up to how I remember it, or maybe it did stuff better than I remember it. Maybe there was more good stuff than I gave it credit for, or even less stuff than I let slide before. You know, just kind of going like it's just kind of more of like a blog series about like you just know like how a second experience kind of is. Like let's say I like just like what I did with Dark Souls 2, go back to that game, see how much I've learned and all that, and then just see how my opinion of it improves or doesn't.
That sounds cool.
So, I don't know, so maybe it's just a small thing that I would do for WesSide Studios, you know?
Yeah.
Just a little thing for that. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to throw around little mini shows in my head, too. So, yeah, we're kind of done talking about Trash Talk. This is more of a general WesSide update now. It kind of just turned into that unintentionally. But I don't have any ideas I'm going to just say out loud because I'm still trying to churn some ideas in my head. But I think I might bring one or two shows to... Actually, I'll just say this right now. I was actually thinking, I was toying around with the idea. I had a show very briefly on my Destination Mark channel called Quick Reviews. And so far I was just doing Crash games, and I wanted to do the whole series and then go to something new. But I just stopped around, like, I was doing Wrath of Cortex, but that one didn't come out yet because I was working on it, and I just stopped. So I'm thinking I might end up moving that series over to this channel. And not continuing the Crash stuff for a while, but doing some other random whatever game I want to think of doing. I'll just do it.
Or fan suggestion ones.
What do you want me to do?
Well, we'll not talk about it right now. But since you brought it up,
fucking sure I know what it is you're gonna say. Anyway, so that might end up happening. Stay tuned for more info on that. We'll give another thorough like WesSide Studios mid-year update. And let you know what we're actually going to be bringing to the channel and what stuff we have fleshed out, Trash Talk, other shows, skits we still want to do. We still have ideas for WesSide Stories. We only have one out there, so we're aware that we haven't worked on a lot of stuff on this channel yet, and we've said we had lots of plans, but we're eventually going to do that stuff.
Yeah, the thing about plans is they fall through, especially if you have a lot of shit going on.
Stuff always changes.
Like we do, like me. Like I've gotten into a program at school. Yeah. It's a 2-year program, but it'll help me probably get a job at the end of it. You know, like getting to do the stuff that I want to do.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
There's lots of stuff that we're dealing with right now, so we'll see how that all pans out, and we'll see about how E3 goes, and we'll just continue to update. So that's pretty much it. Any last minute shit?
No. Hope you all have a lovely day or night whenever you're watching this.
Whatever time of day.
Maybe you're watching it on the can. In which case, have a good poop.
Yeah. Why? Nice. I'm Marcelo.
And I'm Wes.
We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Oh, I forgot the piss. If you're have a good piss, whatever. Have a good bathroom experience, or a good meal, or a good wink.